Well, I'm going to adventure up in a new area today, up in Wykes Creek here, but I'm going up from the bridge instead of down. So all this area this way is new for me, and I got my pack right here that I want to try out, and also R.W. Fred knife right here. And you can see the water is pretty high right in here. It's got a stream going off to the side even. And then the bridge is right down there. So anyway, this could be an interesting trek. I want to use what's out of my bag here and try my R.W. Fred knife out. Now here's the river going down that way, and I'm headed up here and trying to find the easiest walking place without having to slip in the snow and stuff. We've had a fire go through part of this area, and so there's some holes like that where the tree burned out. But anyway, headed up the creek here. We'll see what's up here in store for us. It's always fun trying out a new area and experiencing new sights, so hopefully you'll enjoy going along with me. I'm up the ways now, a little bit up the creek, and a huge debris pile here where from the fire and everything else, and the trees coming down have really made a log jam right in here. And the creek is a little bit over on this side, but the main part is over on that side, and I'm still headed up the creek up this way. Well, I think I'll try to get some dead material to make a warming fire. There's some alder, dead standing or the pine right here, and so I'll get a bunch of this dry stuff and hopefully I can start a fire. It's pretty damp out. There's pools of water along the way, and the creek is right here, pretty high. I got some subalpine firs here. I can get some limbs right off of here, and all of this stuff in here I think I can get. So I should have enough for a pretty decent fire to try out some of my new equipment. I'm processing some of this wood up. Looks pretty dry. Getting all the bigger stuff here. I'm starting to use the R.W. Fred knife, just a gorgeous knife. Convex ground on the edge and flat ground, and it's making excellent curls. I'm going to make a twig fire and use curls as well. And I batoned with it already, and it batons nicely. Actually, let me get a better piece here. These curls are just really fine and nice. So I really don't have to get real fine curls today because I'm going to do a flint and steel fire, and as long as I get fine enough ones, then this will be the next level of catching on. This knife is just gorgeous. I couldn't ask for a better knife so far. I really love it. It carries nice and holds the way it sets in the sheath is just really nice on my side. It's a little bit wet right there. Having trouble finding dry stuff today. Even a platform to use, none of it's dry. So I won't bore you with doing this, but nice knife. R.W. Fred. Love it. Well, I'm breaking out my gear. My bag has this bag inside of it with a Vargo stove, first aid or space blanket up here, and then all my rest of my gear is in this. This is my takeout and survival type little deal. But I'm going to take all this stuff out and use the pan. I forgot to bring any water with me, so I had to get a cup of water from the creek. And but I'm going to put it in here and boil the water after my fire is going. So the stuff I have in this pan is the stuff that I would take out if I had to survive. And I've shown this before, but just all kinds of stuff, fishing gear, flashlight, etc. But this makes a great pan then to boil your water. Other things that I got in here, a flint and steel kit, first aid kit, bearing block, spoon, paracord, space blankets. I got 2 space blankets, another spoon, a sage hearth. Got my bow drill right here. Then I brought along, like my tomahawk in my belt, my R.W. Fred knife. I brought this along in here, just a little saw that's really handy. And I keep in my kit also another R.W. Fred knife. It's got a little moisture on it. I'm going to have to keep it out of the sheath for a while. But another knife. And then I got my Kuksa type cup and coffee and whatever else. But this bag is what I take away from the truck when I just want to do a little hike. And unfortunately I left some of the stuff back there that I need to get coffee and stuff going. My lunch is back there, so this is true bushcrafting, and hopefully I can get a fire going in these wet conditions as well. Okay, here it goes. Hopefully I got things ready. I got a flint and steel kit from Kentucky. He was my secret Santa, and so I thought I'd try to bring it along and try it. Got some grass here. We'll see how it works. A great striker he gave me. I like these sturdy, longer ones. Ouch. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. Need some more dry stuff. Might have to get some fat wood. Oh, I got a few pieces of twigs here going. Might have hope after all. Yeah. Come on, baby, go. Sometimes these pine needles go that are dead, dry. Oh yeah, good deal. Get all my gear out of the way. Yeah. I was kind of worried because it's pretty moist around here. Get this bigger stuff on. Get it going and I'll get back to you. Well, I got my fire going and my pan of water here. You got to balance it right in the sticks. Just letting you know a little bit more about what I carry too, no matter what bag I have. I do have the deal for my axe right here, and my fixed blade knife. I always have something here, and I got the RW Fred. And then I always have a gun with me too. This is just a 9mm car, but in these woods out here in the middle of nowhere, you never know what you need, so I come prepared that way. As well as clothing, I have my staff here. The staff that I made, and it has a bearing block in the staff, so I can do a bow drill with it as well. And a end that I put a bolt in to help grab onto things and stuff. So I always carry a staff a lot of times too. So pretty well prepared, even though I'm away from the pickup and I don't have my regular backpack and all that extra gear. I do have enough to get a fire going and keep warm and as you see, make coffee here. Well, hopefully you can see my water's boiling already, and I have to have it boiling because of the water from the creek here. So I'm gonna let it boil for a second or two more and then pour it into the cup. But even with the video, you ought to be able to see the bubbles here. And the big deal is to balance it on all these sticks without it falling in. So that's the big chore. There we go. That's my coffee. Now I can not worry about balancing the pan over the fire and enjoy my coffee. Well, one thing that I always check to see how sharp a knife is how well it will cut paracord, how easy it cuts paracord. What I do, I make a loop, put the knife in it, and then see how hard it is to draw the knife through the paracord. And you can see there's hardly any push on this. And I really do this test because even at the end of the knife, it cut it. So paracord is one thing I use to see how well a knife cuts. I've been playing around. Of course, you can make tent stakes. And I did some cuts, you know, where you can make some places for traps. And then the pot hook right here, if I had it hanging right. But it is a really good wood knife, as well as just a general cutter. Anyway, I'm really liking this knife. Look at those curls it makes. Nice and thin, floppy type curls that are really nice. I'm not using this as a baton like this to baton it in. I'm just using my hand on the smaller stuff. It's really a nice knife, and I don't want to goof up the back of it. I have other knives I can do that with, but I use my hatchet that I carry along with me. Nice Norland that I handled, and it does the basic splitting, and then I take it down to the fine stuff with the knife. So anyway, another test of how sharp a knife is using paracord and of course curls here. Really nice fine curls. I didn't make that many for the fire, and I should have, but you can see how nice and fine those are. I mean, they're wide and thin, and that really makes a nice curl. Great knife, R.W. Fred. I'm using the little R.W. Fred knife to put some curls in my bag here that I can take with me and have more this time than I had this fire here. But this little R.W. Fred knife really works well too. It's the one I have in my survival, my PSK kit. And it's a nice little one to have along as an extra knife with you. But you can see nice fine curls it makes. It's also the same style of knife. It's a flat grind with a convex edge. I'm used to a Scandi ground, to tell you the truth, working with wood because I carve spoons, but you get to know every knife and how to use it. That makes some nice curls there. Anyway, 2 R.W. Fred knives, the big and small of it all. Love them. This is where the fire really came down from the Pole Creek fire, and it went south this way. Pole Creek is back that way, but this is about the end of my jaunt today. The walking's going to get too hard, but anyway, Drake Take, this looks like a great fishing hole for in the future here when the water gets down a little bit. Beautiful ice formations over here. Really neat. And then nice deep water going on down. But look how ugly it is up on the hill where the fire came down. A lot of dead timber there. Really a nice day to be out. I don't know if the fish would be biting down there today or not, but really a pretty area. I'm headed back down that way, but not through this brush.